Here in the office space of the Florence Griswold Museum, we are fortunate because it's already caroled off. There are separate offices and there's enforced physical distancing walls. So the risk is already minimized from one of our principles, namely physical distancing. We would discourage water cooler culture, where everybody gathers around the water cooler and chit-chats. We would prefer people to chat from a distance, again, physical distancing. Mask use makes perfect sense in an environment like this. If someone were in an office with a closed door, one could take off one's mask. That where no one else is in the same room, one could take off one's mask, and then one would be more comfortable. On the other hand, with the door open, we would prefer you to still use your mask. Certainly coming into the common space, we'd want you to use your mask. Part of the theme here is air quality. We like a substantial air exchange. I was pleased to hear that the museum had new filters for its HVAC system, and there's certain criterion for the quality of filters that can be consulted with your HVAC company that can maximize the purity of your air. One can also increase the frequency of airflow so that the filters are filtering at a faster rate. If you find yourself in an environment where the HVAC is not available, not functioning well, for certain types of the year, fans in the windows that are pointing out, so the fan is blowing air not on you but outdoors, that creates a certain negative pressure, and that can be very effective at increasing purity of air. And another trick, if you can't have that because your windows are sealed, for example, is the air purifiers with excellent quality filtration systems. So these are some of the tricks for indoor living in an environment connected to the arts.
Then when we're talking about machines that are around the room, should we designate somebody who's going to do copies so that we're only having one person touch this machine in a small staff environment? Or do we need, what are your suggestions on multi-use pieces of machinery?
So Eric, you're bringing up the excellent point that we're not keen on people touching things and potentially transmitting virus through their hands. And when one can restrict use of a machine to a single user, that's great. That may not be realistic in all environments, but you'd be surprised what you can get from a simple spray and wash down of the places that you're touching. And you can actually go through a little bit of a training exercise and say, look, to change paper, to change toner, one person is going to do that. For the simpler activities of using the machine, let's take a photocopy machine as an example. Other people can use it, but here are the places that you hold. You can lift here, you press here, and then you wash.
Clean when you're done.
Clean when you're done, precisely.
Great. Thank you.